Welcome back to Cambodia Past and Present channel. Today we are telling to the history of Phnom Penh to uncover a history that has been forgotten for centuries, from ancient king to hidden legend. Let's dive in. Phnom Penh history. The establishment of the Phnom Penh capital of the Cambodia is a historical story related to the King Punyayat. Phnom Penh was built in the 15th century during the reign of the King Sri Soryapor or ព្រះបាទ Punyayat, who abandoned the capital of Angkor and built a new capital at Tul Basan in Sri Socho province, now called it Sri Santo district in Kampong Cham province. Angkor only lasted 1 year because of the flooding every rainy season. So he moved the capital to build a new capital along the Chatamok River or Tunle Mokbun in 1434, which is now called Phnom Penh. The construction of the royal palace in Phnom Penh occurred twice. The first in the 15th century during the reign of King Punyayat, but it didn't last. The second in the 19th century during the reign of the King Norodom was not long lasting. The two capitals were built because after the first construction from 1434 to 1497 AD. At that time, the royal palace was moved to Sri Santo. After moving the capital from Sri Santo to Banti Lungwet, then it moved from Banti Lungwet to, and then it moved from Odong, and the palace was moved back to Phnom Penh for the second time in 1865, where it has remained until today. The legend of Phnom Penh. A long time ago, 1372 AD, there was an old woman named Penh. She was a wealthy widow who had a house near the bank of the Four-Faced River. Her house is located on the west bank of the river, now called Tunle Chatomok. One day there was a heavy rain that caused a flood that caused the people from Laos to flood, causing the river bank to collapse, many kaki trees to fall and float down the Mekong River to the Chatomok River. At the same time, the old woman went down to Kampong Tak and suddenly saw a large kaki tree floating near the river bank. And with the power of the water flowing up and down, the kaki tree kept floating and swaying near the river bank. When the old woman saw this, she quickly called her neighbors to help her pull the kaki tree. The neighbor then tied a rope and slowly dragged it until it reached the shore. The old woman and the villager struck the piece of wood and scraped away the mud. And she saw in the hollow of the side tree 4 small Buddha made of bronze and another stone statue in the form of a Brahma. The deity stood holding a staff in one hand, a scepter in the other, and a kesabong in the other. When the old woman and the neighbor who went to saw this, they were very happy to have picked out something they revered. And they took the statue to the old woman's house, and the old woman built a small hut to temporarily house them. Later, the old woman called it on the neighbor to help raise the soil to make the hill to the west of her house a real mountain. After that, she had the side tree cut down to make pillars for the temple she planned to build on the hill. In 1372 AD, an old woman and several locals agreed to build a thatched temple on the top of the mountain. They carried 4 bronze Buddha statues to the temple. As for the other stone statues, she carried it to a shrine at the foot of the mountain to the earth. She believed that the stone statue was floating in the water come from Laos and had the appearance of a Laotian. She also assumed the name Nekta Preh Chau, a name that has stuck to this day. When the temple was built, she invited the monk to live at the foot of the mountain to the west, and it was called Wat Phnom Don Penh, which is now called Wat Phnom. Since then, the inauguration ceremony has been held to solemnly inaugurate the Buddha seat. Because of this, the mountain was also called Phnom Don Penh, and over time it became just Phnom Penh as we know it today. If you enjoy learning about the history of Phnom Penh, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more adventures through Cambodia past. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay curious.